Today I'm going to show you how I mounted my GoPro 7 Black to my chin bar on my helmet. But first, why am I deciding to move away from my handlebar mount or my Chesty mount? The handlebar mount is probably my favorite mount because it's on the bike, it's not on me, it gives me a little more freedom, and it catches the same frame. And what do I mean by the same frame? When you have a mount like the Chesty strapped onto you, when you move on the bike, that frame moves. And if you get a little low, you could see only the bike and not the trail ahead, and that makes viewers want to lift their head up so they can see where the trail's going, and they're not going to see where the trail's going. And when it's on the helmet, if you look away, the trail goes away, and where you're going goes away. So I really like the handlebar mount. It just doesn't give that point of view that looks so good like the Chesty does. Speaking of the Chesty, this thing gets so uncomfortable. It's tight, it's wrapped around me, it feels like it limits my motion. I just don't like it. So I've been looking to see what I can do. I've been watching a lot of footage, a lot of different people's videos, and I think I'm coming to the conclusion that the chin bar mount on the helmet is the best. And it's the best because it kind of captures what the Chesty does, but it's on your head, so there's less vibration, the picture's a little smoother and clearer, the sound sounds a little better. So let's get into this and see what I've figured out and how I can mount this on my helmet and how maybe you can as well. Since I race cross country most of the time, I needed a helmet that could serve a dual purpose. And that's why I went with the Bell helmet here that has the removable chin bar. So I can take this chin bar right off, and then it's just a normal racing helmet. But then when I'm going downhill or enduro style or on a trail that's a little more rough than I'm used to, I can throw the chin bar on and feel safe. Another safety feature of the helmet is it has the MIPS, and that gives me a little more peace of mind since I've had some concussions from basketball in my past. Nice to have that extra protection around my head for my brain. Okay, enough chit chat, let's get into this. I have seen people use all different kinds of 3M tape with different mounts to put it on the chin bar. And that may work, I just don't feel comfortable with just the sticky tape on there. So I don't use that. I've also seen people using the mounts that already have the tape on the back and putting that on there, and that gives them different options for mounting their GoPro on the chin bar. I still don't like that idea. I've also seen all sorts of different gadgets zip tied to the chin bar. And I think I'm gonna go with something along these lines. I like that idea because then you can remove it easily. It's not glued on there. All you have to do is grab a pair of scissors and snip the zip ties and you can change the mount. There's also this mouthpiece mount that you can use, but I can't see myself clenching my jaw the whole time I'm riding my bike. It's just not gonna work for me. So that option's out. So this is what I'm doing. This is the mount I chose. And I have it on there with some smaller zip ties, but I don't feel comfortable with the thinness of them, so I'm gonna show you how I put it on, and I'm gonna put it on with some thicker zip ties. So let's cut these off. And discard. Oh, the mount went flying. We're gonna have to capture that, bring it back. Okay, I am going to mount this to here. And I'm gonna face it down, and I want it down so that the camera is further down. I think it looks better when the camera's a little lower. So I may mess around with something like this, you know, so I can get the camera even a little bit lower. We'll see. I'll start it with just this mount and see where we go. Onto this. The good thing about this opening on my helmet, I'll show you in a second. I'm not going to do that super tight yet, is that I don't have to worry about this falling off once it's zip tied because of how small the opening is right here. I don't have to worry about these coming off. So I also point these down. I just feel comfortable with that, and then I can tighten these pretty good. And that's actually a pretty secure mount now. A couple more little ratchets, why not? Yeah, that's really secure. So they're stopped by the angle up here in my face mask, and that is a super secure mount right there. Now I just have to cut these off. And again, I can remove this whenever I want, because you know what? I've got the surplus of zip ties, as everybody should if you're mountain biking. You should carry some in your pack just in case when you're going out, along with a little duct tape. Never hurts. Now that we're secure, I can use different devices to get the GoPro exactly where I want. I don't know if you can see it, but my window's wet because it's rainy and cold out. Today is not my day to be on the bike, so I'm not gonna have any footage for you, but I will use it on my next trail preview. So be sure to click subscribe and the bell so you don't miss out. I hope this video gave you some insight on what you may be able to do to get this to work on your helmet. As always, let me know in the comments below what has worked for you. Thanks for watching.